Let me ask you something. Why does your brain suddenly become Einstein at 2 a.m., replaying one awkward sentence you said 6 years ago? Why does it create 47 future disasters from one unread message? Why does it refuse to shut up right when you need peace the most? Here's the twist most people miss. Overthinking is not a weakness, it's a survival mechanism. And once you understand why your brain does this, you'll stop fighting yourself and start using your mind the right way. Stay with me. The big lie about overthinking. We're told overthinking means you're weak, you're anxious, you lack confidence. Wrong. Overthinking means your brain is trying to protect you. Badly, but with good intentions. Your brain's main job is not happiness, not success, not peace. Its job is survival. If your brain had a slogan, it would be, better safe than sorry. So when something feels uncertain, dangerous, or unfamiliar, your brain goes into analysis mode. That's overthinking. Where this came from, very important. Thousands of years ago, overthinking saved lives. If you were a human in the wild and thought, what if that sound is a predator? What if that food is poisoned? What if that person is a threat? You survived. The people who didn't think too much, they didn't make it. So the brain learned thinking more equals staying alive. Fast forward to today, there are no lions chasing you, but your brain doesn't know that. So it treats exams, relationships, social situations, future decisions like life or death threats. Same system, different world. That's the problem. Why overthinking hits students hard? Student life is full of uncertainty. You don't know if your effort will pay off, if your choice is right, if you'll fail, if you're falling behind. Uncertainty is fuel for overthinking. Your brain says, if I think through every possible outcome, I can avoid pain. So it keeps running simulations, again and again and again. It feels productive, but it's not. It's just mental survival mode. The phone example, you'll relate. You send a message, no reply. 5 minutes pass. Your brain, they're busy. 10 minutes, your brain, maybe they're annoyed. 30 minutes, your brain, I said something wrong. 1 hour, your brain, they don't care. Congratulations, you've just watched your brain escalate imaginary danger. Why? Because silence equals uncertainty, and uncertainty equals threat. Your brain hates threats, so it overthinks. Overthinking is your brain trying to control the future. Here's a hard truth. Overthinking is not about the past, it's about control. Your brain believes, if I think enough, I can prevent bad things. But the future can't be controlled, so the brain gets stuck in a loop. Think, worry, imagine, repeat. And the more you fight it, the louder it gets. Why just relax never works. Telling an overthinking brain to relax is like telling a smoke alarm to calm down during a fire. The alarm doesn't care, it's doing its job. Your brain thinks relaxing equals lowering guard, equals danger, so it resists. That's why forcing positivity doesn't help. That's why motivation videos sometimes make it worse. Your brain needs safety, not pressure. Morning, how overthinking starts the day. You wake up. Before your feet touch the floor, your mind starts. What should I do today? What if I waste time? What if I fail again? That's not laziness. That's your brain scanning for danger. Unstructured time feels unsafe, so the brain fills it with thoughts. Afternoon, overthinking turns into procrastination. You sit to study. Your brain says, what if I can't focus? What if this is too hard? What if I start and fail? So you delay. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain thinks inaction is safer than failure. No risk, no pain. That's survival logic. Evening, when overthinking drains you. By evening, you feel tired, but not from work, from thinking. Your brain has been on guard all day. That's exhausting. So you scroll, you distract, you escape, because distraction feels safe. Silence doesn't. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking, how do I stop overthinking? Start asking, how do I make my brain feel safe? Big difference. Overthinking reduces when safety increases, not when discipline increases. 3 practical ways to calm overthinking. Realistic. Number 1, reduce uncertainty, not thoughts. Instead of thinking all day, I'll study later. Decide, I'll study from 7 to 7:30, even 30 minutes. Clarity tells your brain we have a plan, we're safe. Number 2, use action as reassurance. Overthinking is future-focused. Action brings you back to the present. One small action beats 100 thoughts. Open the book, write 1 line, take 1 step. Your brain calms when it sees movement. Number 3, name the fear. Ask yourself, what am I actually afraid of? Not, I'm stressed. Be specific. Fear loses power when named. A line you need to hear. If you overthink, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your brain learned survival very well. You just grew into a world where survival looks different. Now you need training, not self-hate. How to use overthinking as a strength. Here's the secret. The same brain that overthinks can plan deeply, understand people, predict outcomes, build long-term success, once it feels safe. Overthinkers don't need more pressure, they need direction. Final truth. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life, it's trying to protect you using old rules in a new world. And once you realize that, you stop fighting your mind, you start leading it. If this video made you feel understood, if it explained something you couldn't put into words, you're not alone. This channel is about real psychology, real student struggles, and real growth. So like the video, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who overthinks in silence. Because awareness comes before change. And your brain? It's not your enemy. It's just scared.